So CHANGLI is already out at Wuthering Waves, thus majority of the players, streamers, or content creators tried their best as many times as possible to get her and the weapon, with the amount of asteroids and free rewards provided by Kuro Games. Some had its worst luck, with some losing on 50-50. Some had a gutty luck on their side, even if you're on 50-50. Which is good for them. Now I need it. Some got to an extent to spend just the right amount of money in order to get a guaranteed roll on CHANGLI, and after that, you're all good. That is if you have her weapon. If you don't have enough asteroids or a weapon summon currency available, then you're screwed. And if it's possible, then congratulations. Or if you still have that free 5-star weapon selector that you haven't opened once you reach UL 45, then all your worries have gone out into thin air. And if you don't have all those options, then time to go free to play, queens. On the side note, I have 2 accounts. One is for Southeast Asia server, while my other one is on Asia server. Even though I have Gion and Colcharo on my main account, I find out that I made a newbie mistake. Again. Although I already finished the main quest, including the newest update on Mount Firmament, I find my account to be, well, kinda fucked up. So yeah, in simple terms, I ran out of resources and I rushed the game and got my enemies into higher difficulty, bunch of skill issues, so I decided to not use that account anymore, and I'll switch to my account to Asia server. And you may be asking, do I have any plans to get CHANGLI? The answer is not sure, really, because I have plans to save as much as possible to get Camellia if she's confirmed to be a playable character in the near future. And I said that multiple times throughout my videos and live streams, so yeah, you could say that I'm simping too much towards her. And before we continue, I'd like to apologize for not having made a new video due to typhoon that made a landfall in my country. Thus, the electricity was cut off for 3 days and had to really rely mostly on data network and also the weather for us to not get sweaty even at nighttime. And I'm currently on a campaign to reach 5,000 subscribers, and according to the analytics, 80% of you who watched the video and haven't subscribed, it might not be a good time for you to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any future uploads and live streams, and I really appreciate it. So let's continue. Now, I'm pretty sure a majority of you played the main quest of Wuthering Waves on Mount Firmament, and one of those quests is where you get to defeat Lumascale Echo with a free trial of CHANGLI and Jinse. Jinse, as of now, is one if not the best spectral damage dealer in terms of her overall gameplay and team comps, and also a favorite for her confidence, and also related to the storyboard right here. Shout out to Jared Knights, he's great at rendering. And then, as they try CHANGLI for the first time, the reception, she's fun to play.
Alright, ready?
Who's the cage bird?
I don't know what to tell you. I'm getting her.
Not only you get to see her combo attacks, the sound effect and abilities, but also details to her design in which every time you have a forte stack, the outfit nor any appearance can change. From bloomed end of the red hair, the burning hems of the clothing, and to the last 40 stack where she has a blindfold. And that 40 stack also applies to her ultimate animation. And this is the part where we get to discuss the problem related to CHANGLI. Tented, who's a content creator slash streamer, apparently made a tweet about a recent discussion on Chinese server that the gameplay on CHANGLI is very difficult and not rewarding. But he also included that slowly seeing people come up with some insane swap cancel combo, but I think the first word of this paragraph is still true. Mid. And counter argument, she's hot. Yeah, not gonna lie, she's actually hot. And yeah, speaking of which, someone actually did it on Hologram Crownless.
Let's go. Boom.
Okay, I'm done. Also, I didn't expect to have that kind of reception towards CHANGLI from CN. Well, I guess they have skill issues as we do. Now, I don't think CHANGLI is very difficult to play. I mean, one, there is a tutorial and free trial in order to get to know her playstyle. Same goes to Colcharo version 1.0. He may be clunky in terms of his playstyle, but it's rewarding if you play it the right way. That also applies to CHANGLI as well. And secondly, can we all just agree that she's hot and fun to play with? As I mentioned earlier, I mean, in terms of combat, of course. Am I implying something related to fan art and not safe for work content? I mean, to be fair, well, she's... Alright, I give up. And then there's also a discussion about Changli's overall identity. And not the identity regarding to genders, okay? I'm referring to whether she's a main damage dealer, or a sub damage dealer, or a buffer, like, does it really matter? And since I don't have Changli on my 2 accounts, we're gonna check her kits through a free trial. And this is a free trial. Now I can't show the gameplay because it's quite laggy, and it's still running around 24 frames per second on my potato phone, but again, it's still playable. Unlike Xenozone Zero though. Now, the game states that her combat role are main damage dealer, resonance skill damage, fusion damage application, and resonance liberation damage application. So to put it in simple terms, she can do both ways. Basically, she's quite versatile in any role that you guys wanted to prefer into her overall kit. She can be a damage dealer or both, and I said it earlier, it doesn't matter as long as the character is fun to play. And with the right build, you can dish out the amount of damage you deal to mobs and bosses, and yeah, also don't forget to do character cancelling and negative edging to maximize her combat. Now, there is also another discussion on Reddit, specifically r/Wuthering Waves. No, not r/Gotcha Gaming, because we know how toxic they were and how desperate they were to see wuwa fail, yet the revenue tells the opposite. Now, a user made a post and its overall thoughts about Changli and asked other user on what was their overall thoughts to this, and the answer might surprise you. A user said, felt disappointed because she can't nuke the boss with her ult, having all the buffs from Verena and other resonators. Regardless though, damage was obviously high and the playstyle on her is fun and smooth. Even though he lacked resources on echoes, at least it was fun. Well, there is possible that you can actually nuke the boss, that is if you're wailing and got her to S6. Now, on S1, you'll get resistance from interruption and deal more damage with her skill and her heavy attack, with the right build of course. S2, give her 25% crit for 8 seconds. S3 increases 80% damage on her ult or liberation. And I'm gonna have to say also, you guys would understand what I'm trying to say here. S4 is a 20% attack buff for resonators on your team that includes Changli herself if you do an intro skill. S5 is a 50% multiplier on her heavy attack and her damage increased by 50%, which completely shifts to becoming a hyper carry. And lastly is her S6, which her heavy attack, skill, and ultimate ignore 40% of mobs or bosses defense when you're in combat mode. So yeah, if you're a whale and got her S6 and her signature weapon, she would literally nuke anyone. Not sure if that works in hologram bosses, but we'll see if one of the players made a showcase about it. And also, you guys belittle Changli saying mid or trash or clunky. If I were be that person who heard a lot of complaints about it, I would say, well, you do you. If you don't like her because she's mid, then fine. I'm not forcing you to get her. And even if you did get her and you're still saying that she's mid and difficult to master, then you play her the wrong way. And also, you have a skill issue. Again. Also, and maybe you can ask EO for some tips, you know, how to do negative edge and character cancelling on Changli. No offense, but this is a gacha game, okay? Not a fighting game. And what you're doing to G on EO?
What I'm going to show you is called Kara canceling. That's you saw how many times I canceled 4 different launchers. Guys,
obviously that's not character cancelling, that's just a normal cancellation. Nothing special there. Anyways, that will be it for today's video. Thank you all so much guys for watching, and if you did manage to get Changli, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That is all. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.